Down to Africa 5 years ago to set up BASEBONE South Africa, and I've subsequently launched BASEBONE Nigeria and BASEBONE Kenya. The reason for that was we saw the opportunity in the market, having entered the markets with other aggregators to run services, and felt that it was necessary to have our own connections to be able to grow the business in emerging markets. Challenges for entering Africa varies dependent on country to country. South Africa is a relatively easy market because it's more like a first world Western territory. But to enter into, say, countries like Nigeria, you have to go through the process of registering your company, obtaining operating licenses from the regulator before you can even talk to the network operators. Or get a contractual situation with a network operator. You can have those conversations, but they will not do any paperwork until you provide the relevant paperwork from the regulatory authorities. And similar in places like Kenya and that, but it varies on market to market and what the requirements are on market to market. And furthermore, or secondly, it's rules change all the time. So, as I said in my panel discussion earlier on, it's all about patience and perseverance. Weirdly, having been involved in this industry for almost 20 years, the type of services that you offer in African markets, or particularly emerging markets, is very similar to what we were offering in the United Kingdom and Europe in 2002. It's your wallpapers, it's your ringtones. We haven't got as far as the Crazy Frog yet, but people know about it, but they still want to buy or consume that sort of content. However, we are moving forward with the introduction of feature phones and smartphones, which represents a significant amount of the handsets sold. We are, consumers are wanting to consume more feature-rich content, such as video on demand, funny clips, that sort of stuff. But ultimately, you're still selling what we were selling 10 years ago, but just in a different way. Because of the religious nature of some of these markets, God alerts work. You never get an unsubscription, because if you send a message back saying, do you really want to unsubscribe from God, your general answer is going to be no.